That's amazing. Tina, I saw you were having rain and I just felt a little, hi YouTube, twinge in my heart because let me pull you in closer here. The weatherman in my state has been saying that we're going to have rain, but I'm here to tell you we haven't even had a sprinkle. I hope this finds you doing amazing, Tina. Oh, Tina. I would say that all of the Gen Xers, it is in my lifetime seeing the end of an era. Ooh, girl, I have been to some Ozzy concerts. So many memories that I saw. Well, I could go on and on about favorite concerts, favorite music festivals that had Ozzy. You know what we do when we put on the apron, like Mr. Rogers putting on his cardigan. It's time to cook. I was planning, oh, Tina, me too. YouTube, we're getting ready to make beans, British style, beans on toast. And I was planning it because this time, July last year, YouTube, I've been on you for 16 years. Hi, you can have a driver's license. TikTok, it was our dear friend, Deb Talk. Deb's just really encouraged me to do the TikTok. And then she's like, oh, you should join the agency. Oh, you should do the cooking. And that's how all of this started. I was going to ferment pickle. I am a pickle master. And I just thought, no, I've done so much of that. Let's do something different. I wanted to honor Debs, who's British, and got ready to do beans on toast. And then I found out that Ozzy had passed. And oh, just be praying for the family. You can only imagine how Sharon is. Do you remember when the Queen died? I don't mean that in disrespect. When the Queen of England died, Sharon Osbourne was just verklempt, just so upset about it because she's a royalist and into the whole royal, we don't do that over here in Arizona or the United States. But for Sharon, Ozzy Osbourne wouldn't be who he is if it wasn't for Sharon. Praying for the family, we're making British beans on toast. I was at like a potluck dinner with the families, Deb's and her family, Jordan, the kid, everybody was there. And Deb's brought to the potluck beans on toast. And it just took me by surprise. You're supposed to eat it with a plate and a fork. So I've got that here. I've got the toaster and regular bread. I understand. And I got a recipe, and we're just gonna follow this. There is, so country to country. Let me know what country you're from. Hi, hello, Pragati and Niraj. Welcome in. We're doing British beans on toast. And in England, Britain, UK, their brands, even though Heinz is a United States brand, they make a version of their beans for England. It's like a thing. Is it? Is it, Tina? Okay, we're about to find out. But if you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe. And also, if you're new here, I live in the middle of nowhere, USA. Literally, go all the way to the end of can't go any further, make a left, keep going, and when you get to an unimproved dirt road, hang a right and follow it till it ends. There I am. There is no door dashing, delivery, you name it. Oh, Aaron, it is so, well, the donkeys, they were over this morning and getting into stuff. But other than, oh, Aaron, you're in New York City. You must always hear something like the din of the city has a sound to itself. Out here in the middle of nowhere, there's no sound. And so sound carries really well. So if my neighbor 2 miles away is talking outside, I can't make out every word, but I can hear it. Which I'm telling you the long story to say how British beans on toast, in honor of you, Ozzy and Debs, all you British, the brand Heinz makes with that turquoise blue label, breakfast beans. One, I doubt that is even sold in my county, let alone in my local town. I have to drive quite a ways to get to, it's 35-ish miles to get to town one way. There was no getting a can of Heinz English breakfast beans in that turquoise label, because honestly, we would have made a piece of toast in the toaster and dumped the beans on it and called it good. But now, for the fun of it, we are going to start with a can of navy beans. Oh, these are Great Northern. Cousin, can you see that? Okay, so, oh, hi. Oh, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. Oh, Sanger, I was just telling TikTok has somebody's coming in from New York City where you always hear the city. Sanger, you and me, we out in the middle of nowhere. I have, just name a wildlife. It probably comes by me. Okay, here's what we're doing. Heinz style English breakfast beans recipe. And they call for 2 to 3 cans, to which I felt like, ooh, child, relax yourself. We're going to make this 1 can and we're going to season it with the Heinz recipe seasoning. We need to start by rinsing these beans. And if you want, would you put in our chat, what is your favorite Ozzy Osbourne song? It can be a Black Sabbath song. I'm going to heat up our pot. You know what I keep forgetting to buy? I keep Belly over here on TikTok. Belly Knows Best. Love her cooking show. And she has, and so many of the home chefs have that single burner. Forgive me. Oh, Amen 13. Oh, Amen 13. TikTok. Somebody on YouTube just found out. Amen. I'll hold your hand if you need. If you're Gen X, like me and these people over here on TikTok, you know what an end of an era that is. Let's drain and rinse these beans. Then we're going to do some chopping, and we're going to dump them all. We're going to rinse them and dump them in the pot and get them seasoned. Oh, wait, actually, let me follow. Did you see that? I just started doing my own thing. I wasn't following the recipe. Tina, I love Crazy Train. Mama, I'm coming home. I like from Black Sabbath. Well, anywho. Yeah, Amen 13. Right, the Gen Xers are feeling Ozzy passing, deep feeling it, because it's iconic. It is from like the end of middle school all through high school into college. It just hurts. Hi, Teddy Ball. Okay, here we go. Base sauce is 1 cup tomato. They said passata. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It has been a tearful day, Tina. It has. When I saw that, I saw it on Twitter. I just burst out crying, feeling for the family and feeling like, oh my gosh. YouTube, it's in the chat. Ozzy and Lita Ford singing If I Close My Eyes Forever. Oh, I'm going to have to play that when we're done. Oh, Lita Ford. You know, she grew up and became a sculpturist with a chainsaw sculpturer, however that is. Okay, here we go. 1 cup tomato or crushed tomatoes. I just don't have it, you guys. It's 2/3 tablespoons tomato ketchup. Here's some more funny things. Like, this is the beautiful thing about lives, is you just learn random things about people. I don't like ketchup. I don't use ketchup. Unless I know I'm going to be making my own homemade barbecue sauce, I will buy ketchup for that, but I don't have ketchup in the house because I don't like it. I don't use it. My son likes ranch on his french fries and tater tots. So this is all I have. Go ahead, get your giggle on and realize that the beauty of cooking at home and making food is just work with what you got. This is actual Heinz ketchup, and these are left over from Chick-fil-A. True story. True story. Okay, then we need 1 tablespoon tomato paste. Oh, you know what? I love the tomato paste that comes in a squeeze tube. It's not a super popular thing in the United States, but I think it's super popular with like professional chefs and with the rest of the world. Around here, and it's actually the other brand. It's Hunt's, not Heinz. We need a tablespoon of that. It says water or vegetable broth. That was the other thing about this recipe, Heinz style English breakfast beans recipe, is that it was meant to be vegetarian. And I think that could be important. Oh, I can smell my stuff getting hot over there. I didn't have any vegetable broth, so I have this leftover. What are those food bags? You order it. I was gifted it, and it was very difficult to get it shipped to me. It's the food bags, the meals, not Blue Apron, the HelloFresh. I was gifted some HelloFresh meals, and I did really like it. Though I'm so far out, it wasn't exactly fresh when it got to me. But I have a leftover packet, and we're gonna make chicken broth. Now, here we go. Then we need maple syrup, Worcestershire sauce, apple cider vinegar, small onion, 2 cloves, smoked paprika. I think smoked paprika is a secret. And then a teaspoon white pepper. I happen to be out. It's actually on my grocery list to buy white pepper. And then salt to taste. So we need to saute the base. In a medium saucepan, cook the onion and garlic and a little oil over low heat. Let's start. Well, we'll drain these. Here we go. You guys, just so you know, in my head, I'm always hearing the Muppets chef in my head. Work. Okay, draining. I gotta grab a cutting board. Will you talk amongst yourself? I'll be right there. I'm back with my California cutting board. Let's go quickly. I think I mentioned it at the top of the hour. If you didn't hear it, this recipe, it is intended to use, starting point, 2 to 3 cans of plain navy beans. I'm not making that many beans, you guys. I'm going to do the 1 can and just kind of zhush my way through the measurements. I'm seeing this Teddy with no, we're not doing any weird edits. Amen 13. Oh yes, I liked their reality show. I think that was Sharon making a smart pivot for their finances. I'm gonna cut off a chunk of onion, like literally just a chunk. Can you guys see? And I'm gonna have to grab, I think it's an old onion, so it's getting kind of soft. I need to go to the store so badly. I just dread going to town. True story. Dread it. But I'm going to have to because I'm next to almost out of everything. British beans on toast. Let's go. We need a little bit of oil in a pan. I'm going to use the old olive oil, the EVOO. It's the organics. Oh. Ooh, child. It's smoking. Oh my gosh. Do you know what happened yesterday? This is smoking. I'm not even concerned. Yesterday, when is the last time? I'm going to make a video about this for you guys because I think this is so important. When is the last, boy, this is really hot. I should get a different pan. When is the last time you cleaned out underneath your propane barbecue grill? So you know there's the propane barbecue grill, you're doing everything up here, and underneath there is a tray. When is the last time you cleaned that out? You know why I'm asking? I gotta go downstairs and get a pan. I'm asking because mine caught on fire yesterday. You'll see it on my page. Just do like a teaspoon. Meow. See that? In with the onions. So I put you'll see the picture. I'm going to do 2 of these. Mince it up small. On my page, there is a picture of what looks like the beginning of scene from the Terminator. I always smash my garlic. I don't use the fancy presser. I burnt my dinner so bad yesterday. The barbecue grill was like 3-bell alarm. It burnt the entire hood of the range. My cactus that was next to it burnt. And I do this all the time. I put the meat out on the grill. I come in the house. I was putting something on the stove. I'm getting ready to go right back out. When I did, like somebody called Smokey the Bear. It was so bad. It was so bad. So I didn't have anything for dinner. And if you can't get that skin off, just bust it up. Bust it up. Let's get this in the pan and on the grill. If you want to use the fancy cooker or presser, go ahead. I don't. I like the garlic and I like it super chunky. A teaspoon of olive oil, some chopped garlic and onion going on low heat. Oh my gosh. Can I tell you a story? Do you remember back in the lockdowns? Look at this beast of this is my family toaster. We're going to toast our bread. The recipe calls for white bread. I would prefer sourdough. I have whatever was left over. Do you see how the cord is in the wrong place in the front? And do you see this big dent? This was purchased during the beginning of the lockdowns, 2020, from Kohl's. It got delivered, and guess what? It was damaged, but because it was COVID lockdowns, you couldn't return it. So I have it. It's completely banged up. Put it in the front. This goes there. Now we are going to move on to build the sauce. Add the tomato paste, maple syrup, spices, passata, and Worcestershire sauce. Stir well and cook for 2 to 3 minutes. Got it. Hi, Topanga. Oh. TikTok. On YouTube, Topanga told a story about how his neighbors have a pizza oven and a big barbecue on their back deck, and it caught fire. And by the way, I have a wood deck. Grace of God, you guys. Grace. Oh, Tina, thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. Grace of God that I'm alive. Let's get this done. Okay. We need, it says 1 to 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, but I'm going to do maple syrup. I'm going to do just a half teaspoon, because I don't want it too sweet. Please tell me if you've ever had the turquoise blue can of British breakfast beans made by Heinz. That's what this recipe is for. Now, Worcestershire sauce. It says 1 teaspoon. I'm definitely putting a teaspoon because I like Worcestershire sauce. It's Lee and Perrins, and I feel like when it comes to Worcestershire sauce, you need to buy the name brand. Okay, next we need 1 teaspoon apple cider vinegar. Ooh, I feel like I should go a little light with this. Hi, Rosemary. How are you, honey? Yeah. Let's stir this. Okay. Next up, finely diced onion, garlic. Oh wait, tomato paste. How much did we need? It says 2 to 3 tablespoons tomato ketchup, 1 tablespoon tomato paste. So I'm going to definitely, okay, that's not how you do it, team. Let's go ahead. That'll do. Now, so hygienic with the no. Rosemary, it's good to see you. Okay, guys, now from our leftover Chick-fil-A ketchup packet, because I don't eat ketchup, we're going to use this. It says, oh, I know it said we needed ketchup. Oh, 2 to 3 tablespoons. How much do you think is in here? It says it is 0.95 ounce. Interesting, interesting. Squeeze it. All right, I'm gonna do both packages. Where'd that other package get away to? Here it is. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your ketchup. And honestly, when it comes to sauces, I prefer the little dippy thing instead of trying to like to dip it in there. Now, tomato paste, maple syrup, spices, and Worcestershire sauce. Spices, we were going to have smoked paprika and white pepper, but I don't have either. It said half teaspoon. Let's go with that. You got, this is just regular paprika. The smoked paprika is so much better. It's so much better. It says 1/4 teaspoon white pepper, and I feel strongly that white pepper is my preference. It is like double the cost. So I'm going to use black pepper. I'm going to put a pinch of my favorite Celtic sea salt. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Pinch. Let's stir it with something. I wish, like Emerald Lagasse says, we had smell-o-vision because that onion and garlic in there. Look, here's what the sauce is starting to look like. Can you see, YouTube? You know we have to taste it. It's like when you do pickling or you do any type of brine making, taste your brine. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, into the pan. Next, I am gonna say, like, let's just reuse this. We're gonna get that leftover squeezy pouch of chicken broth. Have no fear, Sean is here. YouTube, Sean just entered the chat. Sean the Solution over here on the TikTok. And Sean, let us know in the comments, where have you been? You've been out traveling. I'm just gonna mix this with some water and put it in the pot for sauce. Oh, why is it brown? It doesn't taste bad. You went to Oregon. Oh my gosh. Did you have like 70-degree weather days? Hey, this year-old HelloFresh packet is kind of sus. Let's put, was it a 1/2 cup water? Yes, 1/2 cup water or vegetable broth. Sean, I am so excited for you to have had that adventure. Taste. Okay, in it goes. And let me give it a good stir. We want to let that timer. We want to give that about 3 minutes to simmer and come together. And then I think we're just going to dump the beans in there and let it cook a bit. Here is something to know in the recipe. It says to add your drained navy beans. We have those draining. Add enough water or broth to achieve the right consistency. The can looks like, it's not paste, like jelly. YouTube, Sean saying that he went to Oregon. It was in the 80s. I'm just jealous because I'm out in the middle of the desert And for us, we're having a cool day. It's only 100 degrees, like 101 today, but still. Sean, I would love to know more about your trip to Oregon. Here we go. Similar to American style, but meat-free and without the smoky flavor. I like the smoky flavor. I was thinking that a good substitute for traditional British Heinz breakfast beans, that's a tongue twister. I was thinking that the American pork and beans, it looks so similar, would be a good, I don't know, substitute. Moving on, we are going to put, the recipe calls for just white bread. If it was me, I think I would prefer sourdough bread. I don't usually buy bread because I bake my own, but not in the summer. So I'm out of all of those loaves that I baked in the winter. I've completely used it all. Grandma had this. It's called Sara Lee Artisano Bakery Bread. It's a golden wheat. We're going to go with it, guys. And I think it's going to be fine. Sean, hey, YouTube, over here on TikTok, some of the friends met up. How much fun did you guys have? Sean, just how much fun did you have? And it's so nice to meet in person, huh? Because we're always online with each other, but never meet each other in real life. It's very Ready Player One. Now remember, Grandma did not want any of this. I cut the very tip of my finger. Smells good. You want to smell? Smell? Smells good. Let's put it in a toaster. Okay, that's going. Our drained beans. This is not a traditional navy bean, called a Great Northern bean. Let's go. I just added it to our sauce. I hope you can see what I'm doing. And actually, I'm going to bring it up so you see it really close. We need to let that, it's time. The sauce needs to be thicker. So let's let it. Okay, we're good to go. Somebody kissed my finger. Oh, Sean, that's so exciting. Did you guys take any pictures? Did you guys do a Marvel review when the two of you are together, or did you just enjoy each other's company? YouTube, if anybody has if you're in the area, YouTube, TikTok, if you've actually tried the British Heinz British breakfast beans and you know of a substitute, let me know. I want to find out. I want to try the real thing. I could probably order it off of Amazon, and in my little tiny rural town, if I'm going to get anything fancy, I have to get it through Amazon. UPS driver, know them very well. Okay. Oh, excuse me. You took one picture, Sean. You have one job. My area of Arizona is right by California, and they're having savage wildfires again, and the smoke is drifting. And thank you for sharing the live, Sean. Clink, from my water to yours. And the smoke has given me like, I'm not sick, but I have, and it's the smoke. I swear it's the smoke. I don't know that like a scientist, but here's the point. The beans are simmering right now. We have a piece of toast going right here. The directions say to serve it on a plate and eat it with a knife and fork. So we're gonna do that, and we're about 7 minutes away from that. So it gives us a moment to talk amongst ourselves. Hi, hello. July, my opinion, it's the last week in July, and I feel like, where did the time go? I was really gobsmacked when I realized that this 1 year ago, this time, Mid-July, late July last year is when I got started on TikTok. YouTube, I've been with you 16 years. You know, me and you, we can drive a car together. We've been together so long. TikTok, it's been 1 year. I don't know what my official TikTok anniversary is, but I know it was July. And it's because of Deb Talk that I'm here. That's why I started to make the British beans on toast. Just so happened that Ozzy passed today too. So we do it for Debs and we do it for Ozzy. Hi, Raymond. Welcome. Come on in. Oh, no. Is it too toasted for you? What do you think? Lately, I have burnt a lot. Maybe we'll put the burn side down. Grandma's not going to eat any. It's just for me. So let's stick with it. My thought literally was, how bad can it be? How bad can it be? Okay. I think this was a little sus. These might have been, I don't know. Let me give it a stir. Oh, this is what I cut my gross. There is a horror. Look, there's a horror movie just waiting to be written about this. See that? Ouch. It's fine. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It is fine. But I cut my finger. Ow. Totally sideways. Not Aussie, Deb Talk, British beans on toast. You guys, Grandma and the neighbor, the old ladies, the seniors, they want to have movie club since we all went to the movie last week. We saw Jurassic Park. I have been joking and calling it Afterbirth, but the real name is Rebirth. I'm curious if you've seen it. If you haven't, I can save your money right now. Okay, I will save your money. It's a streamer. I need a Band-Aid. It is a streamer. It was so bad. It's like going to the buffet and getting a scoop of potato salad, grabbing a crab leg, gonna have some of that pudding, and calling it a meal. When we saw one, I got bored in it. Two, it looked like they grabbed a scene idea from this film and a storyline idea from that film and just kind of put it all together, and it was just, I got bored in a movie. I don't recommend it. And my movie club seniors, I'm taking them out tomorrow, and they want to see, speaking of nostalgia and just with Ozzy passing and what an era it was, the 1997 film, I Know What You Did Last Summer, has been rebooted, reformed, it is in the theaters, and my senior movie clubbers want to go see it. We're going to go see it tomorrow. Discounted tickets on a Wednesday. We're going to go see it, have lunch afterward, and talk amongst ourselves. Thank you for sharing the live. Okay, let's check the beans. I'm going to turn the heat up for a few minutes because I'd like to see, it's very saucy. It's very thin sauce. I'd like to see the sauce thicken up. Oh, wouldn't you know it? I have a tiny cut from the lid of the tomato paste. This is why you should use the tube of tomato paste. And it's right on the end. So when I hang up with you guys and I got to go finish editing a video for a client, I will hit every time. So I'm going to put a Band-Aid on it. Ay, ay, ay. It's always something. And I will look up that Lita Ford, Ozzy Osbourne duet song. I will look that up. I definitely want to watch that. I think I have a theory. Let me know in the comments. Did you watch the Black Sabbath reunion concert they had? I want to say it was 2 weeks ago. Maybe it was a week ago. Forgive me. I can hardly believe July is over, last week of July, and then gobsmacked that there's only 5 more months in 2025. Gobsmacked. Where did the time go? I think, and from the people in my life that I have known who have passed, I think sometimes people hang on because they're waiting for something to say goodbye, see a final destination, have a final, they're just waiting and hanging on. I have a theory. Ozzy hung on in poor health until he could have that Black Sabbath reunion, tribute concert, all of those bands coming just to sing the old songs. I think he hung on. Was it a week ago? I think it was. I think he hung on till that point, and then once it was over, probably saw families, friends, said his goodbyes, and then crossed over. It's sad. Let me show you what's happening. Can you see the I'd like to have a thicker sauce. Where did we go wrong here, guys? Where did we go wrong? We're gonna let it boil a little more, and now let's just have a taste. You can see what it looks like. That color is not like the color what I saw in the Heinz British breakfast beans. Deb Talk, Ozzy, this bite is for you. Okay. It's not bad, but it's not wow. It could be the difference in, there could be three things. That could be why it's not wow. It could be, I don't have smoked paprika. I didn't use smoked paprika. I used old ketchup. Truth. And I don't know how old. I'm going to say at least a year. Yes, a year. That's my ballpark guess. At least a year of chicken bouillon. I don't know. All right, here we go. The key difference from American baked beans in that English style beans are meat-free and without the smoky flavor, focusing instead on a rich tomato sauce with subtle sweetness. Your homemade version will taste fresher. I don't know about that. You can control the salt content compared to the canned variety. So, the cooking instructions: simmer, cook for up to 15 minutes, stirring occasionally until the sauce thickens and the beans are heated through. Well, I'm going to say we gave it the good old-fashioned college try. I don't think it's bad. It wasn't wow. So last night when I had the 5-alarm fire on my wood deck with my barbecuer, where I burnt my dinner and the dog's dinner, by the way. I think, one, make sure you go clean the catch tray in your grill. Two, I think I lost my train of thought. Okay, let's check these beans. Oh, it's better. It's better, you guys. Okay. Okay, it did thicken up. So we have our piece of toast. Can you guys see on TikTok? And I'm going to take one heaping spoonful. They said you could garnish it with cheese. I'm like, I don't think we're going to do that. I am going to layer that nice big scoop right on there. You guys, I love cars. I love racing. I used to absolutely adore watching with my son Top Gear. It is a British show. We got to let this cool a moment. Top Gear, and it had one of the hosts is named Richard Hammond, and he all throughout, not in Top Gear. Once Top Gear ended, they went into an Amazon Prime Video produced show called what was it called? Oh, look, I need to eat. Great something. Oh, forgive me, you guys. I can't remember now that. Grand Tour. It was the Grand Tour. So the three hosts, who were James May, Richard Hammond, the big tall guy, they always call him the orangutan. Let me know in the comments what his name was. They went from doing into Amazon Grand Tour. My long story is that you would see Richard Hammond always wanting to eat beans on toast. And in the grand tour, they would travel all over the world and sometimes be in a very, very remote location and have like a picnic meal packed. And Richard Hammond, the big tall guy, Clarkson, would always pack booze, and Hammond would always pack beans, tinned beans. Okay, so beans on toast. If anybody can grab a screenshot, now's the time to do it. Grab a screenshot for me, TikTok. Thank you. Okay, let's give it a taste. Homemade. Oh, let me recap this for you. Heinz style English breakfast beans recipe, intended to be meat-free. We boo-booed with this, but that's all we had. Essential seasoning mix, base sauce, flavor profile. 1 cup tomato passata or crushed tomatoes. We didn't have that. We didn't add it. Whoops. 2 to 3 tablespoons tomato ketchup. 1 tablespoon tomato paste. That's this right here where I cut my finger on the lid. 1/2 cup water or vegetable broth. 2 to 3 cans or tins in England of plain navy beans. Flavor profile. 1 to 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. 1 teaspoon Worcestershire sauce, wash your sister sauce. 1 teaspoon apple cider vinegar. 1 small onion, 2 cloves garlic, 1/2 teaspoon smoked paprika, 1/2 teaspoon white pepper, salt to taste. Something to know here, it's not written in the, it says 1 small onion finely diced. I bet it's a white onion, and I had a red onion. So already there's a couple of things that aren't lining up exactly with the recipe. And then you saute, medium saucepan, the onions and the garlic in a little oil. Add tomato paste, maple syrup, spices, passata, and Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Stir well, cook for 3 minutes. Add the beans that have been drained and enough water broth to achieve the right consistency. These will be similar to the American style, but meat-free and without the smoky flavor. And I like the smoky flavor. Now, simmer and cook for about 15 minutes, stirring occasionally until sauce thickens. And adjust taste, adjust sweetness, salt, and acidity to match that distinctive Heinz flavor, which we know nothing about because we've not tried it. It doesn't say in here what type of toast or bread to put it on. Personally, I would want sourdough. Don't have it. I have grandma's leftover artisan golden wheat. This is what it looks like. And here we go. Ready? Oh, and the instructions in another recipe said to eat it with a knife and a fork. I am just going to put some more. So that sauce is really soaked into the bread. I'm going to put some of those beans on there. First bite. 1, 2, 3. Well, this bite is for Ozzy. For Ozzy. You win some, you lose some. Rob! Rob wants a bite. YouTube, Rob just entered the chat on TikTok. Rob, this one's for you. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom. Okay. I think we need to give this recipe great grace and a pass because so many of my ingredients did not match the actual recipe. And by the way, when I'm done, I will type this up on the YouTube channel. It'll be in the description of the video, and I will make it as a like a post on whatever that community post page is on YouTube, so you can have it and try it for yourself. Because the bite, the texture, the taste, and I can imagine, like, there was another recipe that had recommended you put melted cheese on it, add a side of pickle. I'm like, I'm all for that, especially as a vegetarian meal. This would be amazing and filling and have protein. I just think I didn't have smoked paprika. I kind of honky-tonked the measurements because this wanted 2 to 3 cans of beans, and I'm like, I got one, and I don't see me really eating this a lot. So I have these measurements here. I will, on TikTok, I will put this and type it up and put it up. I don't know. I'll have to type it and then put it on like the live recap that I post. I hope you guys try this. Rob, thank you so much for thinking good thoughts about me, because I could use it. I could use it. It's been strange days, you guys. It's just been strange days. Tina, we were just recapping that it is interesting. I think I would give this thing another shot. Debs loves this. There's so many people. Richard Hammond from the Grand Tour loves it. I think my sauce is off because I didn't follow the recipe exactly. I used some year-old HelloFresh chicken bouillon sauce. I used some leftover Chick-fil-A ketchup packets. So can I say, YouTube, Tina on TikTok is asking, did you like it? And I'm going to say, yes, I would give it another try. No, I don't. I can see why Grandma didn't want any of this. No, I don't think that this was the best win. And I think it was on me. Topanga, we did start with the Lee and Perrins label has come off. We did put a teaspoon of Worcestershire in there. And you know what I was thinking this needed, flavor profile wise? I was thinking it needed mustard. Yeah, whether you used a mustard powder or a little bit of like maybe like a half teaspoon of just regular French's mustard. Oh, and you use regular bean. Tina, do you make this? Like regular pork and beans? Richard Hammond from the Grand Tour, from Top Gear. I'm such a fan. I'm such a fan. And speaking of fan, hi, Ron. Welcome in. TikTok, you know what we do. Would you please just hold a moment? We've got to sing out our friends on YouTube. Topanga, it's no big deal. And the fun thing about food is you win some, you lose some. You can always just make it again. YouTube, I'm so glad you joined me today. It's been a Tuesday at 2. And this video, the live recap, will be available on the channel. And if you're new here, we always sing you out. We being me and the mouse in my pocket, I guess. My cat caught a mouse recently. That's gross. But that's not what we're about to do. We're about to just say, good night, YouTube. Well, it's time to go. Boom, 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 boom. Good night, YouTube. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, good night, YouTube. Good night. And we will see you in the next one. Stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you do all the things like, comment, follow, and stay subscribed. And we'll see you in the next live. If you have a recipe you want to see made, would you put it in the comments or let me know? Send me a message and I'd be happy to make it. And fingers and toes and spleen crossed that by next time we're on, I actually have the little single burner. Until then, good night, YouTube.